You're all alone in your living room. The lights are off. The muted blue glare of the TV reminds you of just how helpless you really are. Thunder shrieks. The wind howls. The attic creaks.
Austin, I'm going to stop you right there because you're kind of eating shit out there.
I tried this. I
know you've been trying. But look, okay. Here's how I would do it. You're alone in your living room. The lights are off. The muted blue glare of the TV reminds you of just how helpless you really are. Thunder shrieks. The wind howls. The attic creaks. A knock at the door surprises you.
Hold on. That was just not.
I thought it was doing really good.
It was not believable. That was just not believable at all. Joseph, hold on.
You think you fucking do it better?
Joseph, all right, here we go. You're alone in your living room. The lights are off. The muted blue glare of the TV reminds you of just how helpless you really are. Thunder.
I don't know.
The wind howls.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. I think maybe more like make it cooler. Like a cool guy would say.
Cool guy.
I thought it was
like
cool.
A cool guy.
Yeah, not very cool.
It wasn't cool.
You're alone in your living room. The lights are off. The muted blue glare of the TV reminds you just how helpless you are. Like a cool guy would do it. Thunder shrieks. The wind howls.
Okay, great. You're doing it all wrong. You want a real cool guy?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
gotta lower your voice. Be all sexy, baby. You're all alone in your living room. The lights are off, baby. The muted blue glare of the TV reminds you just how sexually helpless you really are.
That just sounds perverted.
Sorry.
Listen. All right. I got it from here. You're alone in your living room.
Nah, that's wrong. I'm gonna go again.
I'm with Joseph. I
think that was pretty terrible.
That was terrible.
If Joseph gets to go again, then I get to go again.
Well, if you get to go again, I'd like to have another chance at it because I'm not warmed up yet. I don't know if this will be my best take.
Would you just hurry up?
First of all, I'd like to go again.
Okay,
actually,
okay.
right
I should
now.
probably go again too. I can do another cool guy.
First of all, should
I do cool guy?
Yeah. How you doing, sweetheart? That's the real cool guy.
You're alone in your living room.
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 You're alone in your living room. You're alone in your living room.
You know what? Let's just start the podcast.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Murder Schmurder.
Another episode. We're doing it again. You literally cannot stop us.
Another episode. It's fucking Wednesday.
It's the Wednesday we're doing it.
You are dating the podcast by telling them what day we're doing it, man. You want to dox us too? Just fucking throw out my home address while you're out here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're going to know our habits. Then they're going to fucking follow us one day, kill every single person in this goddamn room because they know we meet on a Wednesday.
Hey,
Another
I would love to be a
episode.
part of everybody in the whole world's Wednesday. I would.
I'll let anybody know where Joseph lives if you guys want. Just let me know.
Yeah.
I'm new to the podcast, but that's what I'll bring to the table.
Please, just the rest of this episode be one long censor beep.
Yeah, every now and again. When I say a number, I'll say a series of numbers and letters in code that will give away Joseph's home address.
Yeah, and if any of you obsessive freaks that listen to this that want to try to decipher James's code, there's definitely going to be a code in this episode.
Spoiler alert, no one's going to get it.
It's like an episode of Lost. Like it just goes nowhere.
Nobody will understand it but me.
That was a real timely joke, James.
Okay. Today we have myself, Joseph, Grant, but we are hosted today by Austin and a new guest, James.
Hey, first time for James, everybody.
James's first time.
Hello, everybody. Happy to be here.
Jimmy Statham in the building, baby.
Yeah.
James
It's
Evans.
actually James Norton. Full on American History X style.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's got a huge swastika tattoo, everybody. I know this isn't something you can see, but I'm really uncomfortable.
You guys can't see it.
Well,
but
now I
don't-
am too.
Grant didn't know about the swastika
I did not know
tattoo.
about the swastika
It's
tattoo.
big.
I don't have a swastika tattoo. Just for the record. But you'll never know because you guys can't see it anyway.
All right, Grant, today you wanted to open up with a bit that you're working on?
Well, yeah, this thing could go like a lot of different ways, but I think I was partially inspired by something on social media, kind of like so the way different farts travel, right? And apparently, like with women, they can travel up through the front butt, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and
The front fanny.
People are coming up with all kinds of fun names
through
for
the
it, and everything like
canyons.
that.
I saw a
Well-
meme about this recently.
Then my fun brain started thinking about different things of like trapped farts, right?
Yeah.
And then I was thinking like, what's the worst situation of a trapped fart, you know? And then I thought leather pants.
Leather pants.
Leather pants.
Because those things are
then-
just like, it's like a little blister. It won't go nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like a little bubble. And
Yeah.
then is it going to go up or down,
It's,
sideways?
it's gonna
Which way
go.
it
It's
you
gonna
know?
go right in the back, and it's just gonna stay there.
Right.
And
Yeah.
everybody's gonna know it too.
Right.
But is that,
Now.
but I feel like you could save that one
Right.
though. You know what I mean? Like you're not worried about it falling out.
Well, that's probably true.
Yeah, it's not going down your leg.
It can come
But-
up through
but
the
people know you-
waistband, though.
But people know you
could.
pooed.
And it
Yeah.
can come up through the waistband.
And then
But
it's
you know how
just
hard it
right
is
up
to get
in your
leather
shirt.
pants off?
And now the extrapolation from that is how leather pants were really popular, like in the 70s. You know, basically like rock stars, especially. Okay,
Yeah.
they're on
Especially rock
stage,
stars.
they're sweating. There's like
Their
even
bodies are
more
moving,
moisture
they're
going
working.
around, right?
And they're on a
now
shit ton of
let's add
drugs.
cocaine farts to that. Exactly.
Yeah.
So cocaine stage leather pants farts.
70s cocaine stage leather farts.
Oh, dude. That's
So I'm
gotta
just
be
painting a
not-
picture here.
yeah, it's
I
not
don't have a
comfortable.
bit yet, but I've
Right.
just painted a
There's got to
beautiful
be
picture.
something there for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe
Also,
just-
when you take those things off, it's got to be so slippery and gnarly. It's so bad.
Like the smell that just comes
Just kinda
emanating.
walks out.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Like they probably stand up on their own.
Right.
And you
in
take
that,
them off.
in that decade, I don't think anybody knew that they were supposed to drink water, you know.
Right.
It
It's like-
it does
Yeah, they were
feel
drinking,
like
like,
we've only
whiskey.
been drinking water recently.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, seriously, though.
Doesn't it kind of feel that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Coca-Cola for a while, I think, and then
Yeah.
then it got back to water
Yeah.
after.
Everybody was like getting real sick on water,
Right.
and we were too dumb to know why, so we switched to wine. And then I feel like we never left that mentality until, I don't know, 5 years ago.
You just start
Yeah.
hearing about it. You're like, you're supposed to have 8 cups a day or whatever. It's like,
Right.
You
Yeah.
didn't start hearing that until recently.
Right. It
Oh,
didn't
shit, I
feel like
guess
there was
I'm not
water
drinking enough
around.
water.
Right.
Like
in
there were
general.
water fountains in school, sometimes at a park, and that was pretty much it. And then you
like
had the
2
tap.
sips a day.
Yeah.
Or, you know, there's ice in my whiskey glass, you know.
Yeah, that's good
water.
too.
Yeah, that's water.
It's like having lime in a margarita. You're like, I've got the lime.
That's
Yeah.
fruit.
So, anyways, I want to build a joke around that whole little universe.
Do you want to do like a greatest farts through or worst farts throughout history
Oh, that'd
kind
be
of thing?
good.
Like, you know, like, can you imagine the kind of fart that some fucking early hominid had after like eating the fucking rotten guts of some bison he killed?
Oh, man.
And just the kind of farts back then,
Ooh,
you know?
Okay, so this is I think our bit's growing into the
history.
worst farts or the history of the worst farts. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Which that you don't have to take it in that direction. But
Medieval soldier on the battlefield.
Oh
after
my
weeks
God,
of
just
eating
eating boiled
mutton and
cabbage all the time.
cabbage and shit, just fucking
nursing
eating
like a
dirt.
fucking moldy arrow wound.
Or like Genghis Khan and his crew, they would like cure meat by like putting raw meat underneath their like in between their legs when they would ride
God.
because of the friction and the heat and the
Okay, that's pretty
I've
smart,
never
but that's
heard
also
that.
fucking
yeah,
gross.
It's super gross,
But that's like really fucking inventive.
it is
That would make
and
some
hardcore
gnarly-
as fuck.
gnarly
Okay,
farts.
so
Let's think about
do you guys
this.
know where the term hangover comes from? So back in old Europe, I'm going to say it's like probably the 1800s or whatever, 1600s or whatever, when guys would get too drunk and they didn't have enough money for a hotel and were too far away to walk back to their home, they used to have these rooms where they would just hang wire, like just rope from one end to the other, and you could pay like, I don't know, like $5, and then you'd get to just hang over the wire drunkenly, and that's where you fell asleep. And so they said like these guys would drunkenly wake up hungover.
What?
Get out of here.
Yeah.
A wire?
Well,
Wouldn't
like
that
rope,
bite in? Okay.
like rope. But like they didn't have to provide a bed, so it was
Send
just like.
me references.
But what I'm saying is that room had to be the stinkiest, like just god awful, just
Oh,
the
can you imagine
degenerates.
mopping the floor there?
just full
Just
of
hanging
vomit.
diarrhea.
Hey, be quiet over here. I'm trying to nap this hangover off.
Like, I'm trying to puke over here. you be quiet.
Hey, you're shitting in my puke. You're puking in my shit. Call that a medieval Reese's.
Very good.
Thank
very
you.
good, very good.
I was looking for class on this joke, and Joseph brought it.
Hey, you know what they say about me?
You got a whole lot
Classy.
of age.
Pinky up.
All right.
All right, yeah. That was a good intro.
I
So,
like it.
If you're
I
still
like it.
listening,
So for those of you who haven't left yet, we actually do have a subject today, right?
yeah. Austin, James, start us off.
All right.
I'll let you do the intro, good sir.
I'll probably let you do the middle and the outro too.
Actually, I have nothing prepared. So
Honestly, I have to say I'm a little nervous. I never, I think, started a podcast before. It was my first one.
Nice.
You're gonna be good, Daddy.
don't screw it up, bro.
I know.
No pressure.
Yeah.
So this is the history of farts, right?
I was promised fart.
Listen, guys.
Let me take you to the dawn of man. The first fart started.
First crime was actually about a fart.
I'm trying to figure out a segue from farts to fucking U.S. Marshal stings, you know?
I think you just nailed it.
Yeah, that's
Imagine farting on a sting with your buddies. Let's get into it.
Is that the last U.S. Marshal commercial you watched?
Well, I guess so, because I'm not a U.S. Marshal, so it didn't inspire me.
Yeah.
Loosened up.
All right. So we're going to talk today about a good old sting back in the 80s, Operation Flagship. Anyways.
Here's the basis of it, gang. I'll jump in right here, Aussie boy. Essentially, it was a sting operation by the U.S. Marshals where they invited numerous convicts who had warrants out for their arrests to a Redskins football game with the ruse that they would get free tickets and a free trip to the game.
Yeah.
And that they would have a chance to enter a lottery to win tickets to the Super Bowl. And this was all set up as just a plan to get them to come to the police so that they could all be arrested. And
What kind of Looney Tunes shit is this?
yeah, so that's the gist of it. But it is a very elaborate sting operation that they basically planned for weeks on end, and it involved dozens of U.S. Marshals and police officers and sheriffs from different counties around the area. And they ended up executing this thing and getting over 100 inmates arrested by the end of it.
That's amazing.
Over
So
100 people came to this thing.
Over 100 people showed up and got arrested and got taken straight to jail from this convention center.
This might be the least ACAB story we have yet.
So that
You haven't heard the story yet.
Let's hear it out. Let's hear it out. Come in with an open mind.
They
Joseph.
probably executed a homeless person before doing all this.
So anyway, that's the gist of it, the summary. But we'll get into a lot of the details, and there are a lot of crazy sort of planning aspects and little sneaky things they
Let's dive in.
to
Let's
pull
dive
this
in. I
off.
gotta hear
So
this.
it was pretty wild.
So December 1985, the U.S. Marshals, Fugitive Investigative Strike Team, or FIST. Okay, first of all, can we talk about this name? Because I feel like it is such a cop joke. You know what I mean? Like,
We're gonna fist these guys so hard.
Yeah.
They were 100% like, what do you guys think would be a cool name for this?
Like-
and then
like
they
it-
probably spent way too much time clocking OT hours to fucking come up
you
with
know
this
when you're,
goddamn
you know
name.
when you're driving down the highway and you see the fucking signs that go across the thing and they're like, better buckle up or you'll face the consequences. Or it'd be like, click it or ticket. And they have like these little fucking...
Yeah, they have like a very lonely copywriter shoved in a
Right.
basement somewhere.
And you know that there's somebody just in the fucking little room writing these out.
You know, actually, I was doing.
Laughing to themselves, obviously.
I was driving Uber for a long time because I was in way too many fucking bands, and I never had a regular schedule. I actually picked up the guy in Tennessee that does those signs. He's blind, which already was in a way kind of cool because a seeing eye dog got in my car, and I love a really well trained German Shepherd. You know? I was like, oh, this is actually really cool. And then we were chatting and stuff, and I found out that that's his job. He
Grant, are
comes
you
up with all
jerking
those
me
little
off
things.
right now?
No, I'm dead serious.
What the?
It's so cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. I loved talking to that
That's
guy.
amazing.
Yeah.
Breaking news, people.
He's blind?
He's a blind man.
Dude, that's how he picks up women at the bar.
All right. Now I'm just...
Oh, sorry. My shepherd only goes up to the pretty girls.
Just
Like he
nailed it.
trains the dog to look
Straight
for
up.
hot girls.
Oh my gosh, he really likes you. He's never for this affection. He's like nuzzling up on her.
Okay, if a lot of shit goes wrong in my life, I'm buying some really dark sunglasses and a seeing eye dog.
Get you
pet
in
your
anywhere
dog?
you want to go.
Can I pet your dog? Well, you're really not supposed to, but I can...
I
show
can
you
tell
some-
that you're a good soul.
You wouldn't judge a man based on his inability to see.
Can I touch
Would
your
you?
face?
James, don't go blind. I feel like you're gonna scare all the women.
My face is up here. Oh, sorry.
The good thing is if James goes blind, he can just whip out that hog and use it as a cane.
If James was blind, all I would ask is, how'd you shave your head?
Did I miss a spot? half of it is
Just a patchy afro.
He has an afro now.
so bad. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, back into Operation Flagship.
So the
F.I.S.T.
U.S.
unit.
The U.S. F.I.S.T. team conducts one of the most elaborate sting operations in U.S. history by luring wanted fugitives into their trap, but with nothing but phony Washington Redskins tickets, because who needs them anyway? I'm just kidding. In the 80s, the Redskins were actually a big fucking deal. In fact,
They had won the Super Bowl the year before.
Yeah.
So they were the reigning champions.
So they were
best-
really like
best
coasting
team.
on
This
that.
was in December, playing the Bengals, like going into the playoffs, like big football
Damn,
game.
this was a long time ago.
Yeah, this was I think 85.
yeah.
Can I ask? Did the Redskins were they in on this? Like, were they like, yeah, you can totally use our
think-
tickets?
I believe whoever like owned them at the time gave
Yeah, there
them a
was.
go
I
ahead.
think the
Yeah.
owner was like knew about it. At least I think
yeah,
they worked with him.
I imagine they had to get someone to say, yeah, that's fine.
Right.
You know.
But they did it with a bunch of undercover cops, which we'll get to.
Oh,
I'm so bad at that. I want to look at you when I'm talking. I'm sorry.
I want you to look at me too, baby.
God, just right in the eyes.
See, I like to get real animated with my hands. You can't see that at home, listeners.
But they do this, right? And they do this under the guise of a promotion for a new sports station, Flagship International Sports Television. Now,
Fist.
I was going to say, I was going to let them do some math for a second because
Sorry, but I had to say
coincidentally, the same fucking acronym for FIST.
Right.
Dude, this just sounds like
It's
this
just
is
sneaky, right?
This is a
like
general
this is
theme
us
throughout this
like on
entire
a cop
story.
team. They're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna name it Fist.
This is like if they gave us taxpayer money and we're like, how would you arrest people? And be like, okay, here's the plan.
Let's fuck with them a little bit.
This whole,
This is gonna cost millions of tax dollars. That's fine with me.
I know it's gonna be fucking hilarious.
this
gonna
whole
be so
story
good.
is a 1980s action film. I'm not kidding.
Right.
Like, it's just bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Right. So, one of my favorite aspects of it, once they get the call about the tickets, they have to call in and like confirm and let them know that they'll be there with an ID and all that stuff. So, like a bunch of the people were skeptical of it, like because they're felons and they're wanted, wanted people, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Is this a hoax? Like you guys are the cops? Like some of them
You have
actually,
to tell me if you're
like,
a cop.
Yeah, some of them actually said that, and they were
Not that I'm a felon, but are
and
you
it's
a
like,
cop?
no, not at all. We're going to send you over to our promotions director or whatever. And his name was Marcus Cran. And Cran is narc spelled backwards.
So many codes in this fucking episode.
Dude, they had a
Grace is
blast.
shaking his head.
dude.
He's so upset.
Just so ridiculous.
No, I
And then-
love it.
It's so funny. And then the other one was the invitation that they sent initially. It was like they got a letter that said, "Congratulations, you won 2 tickets," was signed by I, Michael Detnaw, which Detnaw is wanted spelled backwards.
What kind of Riddler ass bullshit is this?
Total Jim Carrey Ridley.
It really is.
This is Batman Forever all over again.
Right. So they send these invitations. They promise them that they have the chance to win season tickets for the year, and like 10 lucky winners are going to have a chance to win like a grand prize drawing to go to the Super Bowl 20 in New Orleans. Right, full like all expense paid. They're going to New Orleans for the Super Bowl. So what I wanted to do before we get into like the rest of this, I kind of wanted to get into like the sort of the backstory of of Fist, because you find out that they did like. I know. I really want to learn about. I just want you to talk to you guys about Fist.
So Fist is important, and we really need to talk about it. It's very important.
Because when you look back, you realize they did like 9 other big sting operations. In fact, like
All under the same name.
Yeah, all under Fist.
how did
Yeah,
these
it was
keep
this
you
working?
had
one-
Fist 1, 2,
Yeah.
through like 1 through 9. You had-
And it's
Yeah.
interesting when we looked into this, you can't find very much about any of we couldn't find many details about any of them. It was
That's
all
cans.
very kind of shady, secretive shit. Because like even when you
That tracks.
we dove into it a bit, and you know, we can find a few. So also to tell you about a few of them.
Right,
you
right.
couldn't find very many details.
So the biggest one was F.I.S.T. number 7, and this was like sort of
This is the seventh fist
It's literally it's like this is where they got the idea from Fast and Furious.
You Google this and you come up with Fast and Furious.
Hey, if it kind of works once, let's do it 7 times.
We ended up really getting into a rabbit hole of Vin Diesel trying to look up some of this shit.
Anyway, so this whole operation was, I think, their largest besides the one in Florida, I think. But it scaled all the northeast region of the United States. And they would do these things called get something from nothing tactics. So essentially they would promise people like, hey, you're going to win this thing, or hey, like
Like a
come to
hand
this.
on the car.
Right. And then they essentially lure them out of their homes, or hidey holes, as I like.
I like to call them.
As I like to call them. Since we're talking about fisting, you know.
Fist gets in them hidey holes.
So they come out of their holes. And,
Oh, they don't want to come out of their holes? Well, Fist has something
would-
to say about that.
They would round them up, you know, most likely like off guard or unarmed, most important.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to protect themselves. And so a couple of these things are hilarious. So the big one was in New York City, fugitives were sent a notice from the Brooklyn Bridge Delivery Service to pick up their valuable package. And like, that's the other thing about these things. They're all incredibly vague, you know, like, yeah, you think like, man, they put a lot of thought to this. Really, sometimes just no.
I got a valuable package. I better get over there.
Exactly.
that
They're on
works.
Fist 7. I don't necessarily believe they're putting a lot of thought into this.
I just told them they got a valuable package. Fuck 'em.
Yeah, right?
In Buffalo, they would just send a letter in the mail. Hey, you won the lottery. Come pick up your $250 to $10,000. We don't know what you're gonna get. It's just between $250 and $10,000. And like they just show up like, ooh, fucking $10,000.
Somebody said I won the lottery, and it's like, you're busted, buddy.
Now, my favorite one was Hartford, Connecticut. And they were specifically targeting the younger crowd in this, and they offered free tickets to Boy George. Now, who knows who Boy George is?
Wow.
Yeah, from Culture Club.
Yep,
Yeah.
and Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
They do the covers there.
Chameleon.
I come and go, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, come and go.
Just like Fist.
Just like Fist. Exactly right.
Hang on. So, do you know what Fist 1 was by any chance?
No, that's the thing.
You
Like,
can't really find it. They did some that were in like the Southwest, all do like with dealing with narcotics and drugs.
Yeah.
But it literally just says like departments from Nevada, Arizona, and California were working on a narcotics thing. And like all you can
I'm just
find.
imagining like they started with low stakes. Like you won one free pepperoni pizza at the local Pizza Hut.
Right,
And
and
they're
it's
like,
like, holy shit, that worked.
yeah. And they're like, let's get bigger. We need bigger fish.
See, I thought that was like, I'm picturing Fist 1 way back in like 1952 or something, and they just have all these Nazi scientists they rescued that are making meth, and they just put out signs that were like, free meth for criminals.
It's literally
arrested
like,
like
Right, I'm a
8 people.
criminal, yeah.
No, it would be,
I could
it
do
would
some
be
free meth.
Free meth for communists.
They got me.
Got you, you red menace.
so this was between 1981 and 1986, right? But like all 9 of these operations, 15. I did the math. 15,000 fugitives arrested between what was
All
it?
9 of them.
Yeah, all yeah.
It's
all
pretty
9.
wild, and all of them were done with like a low budget. Like this thing, even like per inmate that they got, it was like a fifth of what it usually costs to like arrest somebody in the normal like system.
Oh.
They
Okay.
got
I did
100
not-
of them in one shot.
Yeah.
You know, and, like,
I wasn't going to call this a money saver, but I mean,
it
hey,
really was. It was like
you know,
a bargain, fucking deceitful sting operation. Is basically what it was.
Yeah, and going back to Operation Flagship, it's like they had all this practice, right? And they applied it here. So like they have all these people show up to the Washington Convention Center. Everybody these people interact with is a police officer that's undercover. Like the staff crew, like people at the concession stands, people are wearing tuxedos, leading people in cheers. There's cheerleaders, just hot,
even the
just
cheerleaders
hot,
are cops.
Yeah,
hot
They're all
cop,
cops.
God, it's like a
cheerleader
nightmare.
cops.
And the
It's
best,
a fucking little boy's dream.
right. And you come in and you're like, holy shit, this is the best day ever.
Right.
The coolest
I'm
thing
thinking
about
there was one cop who, bigger girl, like doesn't fit the description. She's like, but I want to be a Dallas cheerleader.
No, straight up.
But these are fugitives we're talking about, Jamie.
No, straight up.
They're into that.
One was like, she's like a U.S. Marshal. She's like, I'm a tomboy. I can't act like a cheerleader. And they're like, you're going to be one of the cheerleaders. And the cheerleaders, quote unquote, air quotes for our listeners at home.
Yeah.
They were charged with like, go put your arms around them, see if you can feel them, and see if they have a gun.
Yeah.
Like that. They were like, be all friendly, lead them into the convention
God.
hall, be like, hey, it's going to be the best day ever. Come on through. And like grab their hips and like see if you can feel anything.
Officer Minetti, rub your tits against your shoulder.
Exactly. It's kind of fun. Like, go feel them up a little bit. See if,
Yeah,
you, can, see if
right.
you can find a weapon.
These guys are having the best day of their lives. Like, dude, this hot cheerleader.
Right.
So I think
There's one, we watched the thing on it. There's this woman, she's like, there was this big biker dude. He tried to kiss me right on the lips. He's like, I'm winning Redskin tickets. I'm having the day of my life.
comes in smashed already. He's already hammered. Like,
Yeah, right. They probably were pre-gaming.
Yeah.
Only
While
little
the
to be
cheerleaders-
known that, yeah.
Well, the cheerleaders, yes, absolutely just crushed it that day. One undercover cop stands out alone, and that is Chicken Cop. They had one guy dressed in a giant San Diego chicken suit. It was, I guess, a fake one.
Right.
And his job was to run around and fucking mascot happy dance and just make
Yes.
sure that nobody's being suspicious.
Right. and they had another one dressed full on in like a Redskins, like full on like chief outfit.
Yeah.
Which today is
not-
racist.
Tell you what, today, not okay with
Not
that.
okay.
Not okay with that. Looking
I
back
hear
on
that most cops do have that full outfit in their closet at all times.
Yeah, a lot of them have a chicken suit too.
You just have to hope when they pull you over, it's a chicken suit day.
So it's chicken suit guy today.
Off that fucking grass.
So while
Chicken guy.
the cheerleaders surely win the day for putting their lives on the line.
Did they have
we
to
also
learn a
have-
routine?
I mean, they had to sell it.
I
Well,
Well, the funny thing is, every single one of them had a gun on them. The
Yeah.
chicken suit guy included.
yeah.
Dude,
All
Chicken
these
Suit guy
people
had to
are-
have. He had to pack the most heat. He
Always
probably
with
had
two Uzis.
Yeah. Go South boys,
He's like John
run to
Wick.
me.
He's got a sawed off on his back, coming out like the Punisher.
Right. Now the cheerleaders were the ones that would lead him into the big room, right?
Yeah.
Where there was the master of ceremonies. I can't remember his name, but he's got this big fucking top hat. And you see it in the video, and it's this. It's very. I know it's the '80s, but like even I could have been like, "Yeah, I'm fucked." You know? Right. Oh, okay.
it was too good to be true.
Yeah. Something's not adding up here.
So it was Louis McKinney. He was the chief of enforcement operations. He was like the head U.S. Marshal guy. And he's like, I'll be the MC. Like he's looking like a freaking.
It was his moment to shine.
Yeah, he's looking like
I
a
mean,
cheering circus leader, you know, with a big top hat.
Yeah.
They're playing videos of the Redskins' like first Super Bowl win. It's like all seems very legit. It's it's a brunch buffet. They're having
A brunch buffet.
Yeah,
There's
they're
a
having-
brunch, yeah.
they're-
Okay, you know what? What? I would have been fooled too.
They're having the time of their
I
lives.
would have been stacking waffles like, hell yeah, man. This is
Right.
awesome.
that is true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
each group
Free
kind of
food, I'd
had
still be
like
there.
a time where they were supposed to go to see this presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So they break it down to about 20, a group of like 20
10 to 20 people.
warrants, you know,
More manageable.
soon to be inmates.
Right.
And the MC top hat guy would go through this whole presentation, and then when he says the word surprise, probably 25 dudes with assault rifles jump in the room.
Right.
Dudes in
All
women.
flag suited up. Yeah. My
Like,
favorite.
you're all under arrest.
right. The best part is that now imagine this. You're getting surrounded, right? People are just like boom, boom, flag suit, boom, boom, flag suit, boom, boom, chicken suit.
Officer Cluck? Not you too.
You a kid. I thought you were my friend.
I opened up to you. I told you about all my crimes.
Watch out for my baglock.
Nice.
I just imagine like this chicken suit, the head's open, the little cop head in there with the mustache and the glasses.
Oh, it's so great. All right, so a
Hang
couple
on.
other.
Is there any evidence that he was just dropping like chicken or bird puns the whole time? Because
You had to have been.
yeah,
right?
he had to have them locked and loaded.
Either that or I don't know.
Don't even try to
Don't talk.
fly the coop.
Looks like.
Looks like your roosters have come home to roost.
Just so you know, you guys are all clucked.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, motherfucker.
See, it's either a genius guy who has like 51 liners like locked and loaded, or it's just the guy who says the same joke over and over.
So good.
Y'all have the right to remain.
That's pretty good.
Damn it, Larry, that didn't sell the first time. Move on.
Stop saying that one. We have 20 more like sessions, okay? Like I don't want to hear that all day. It's like, don't worry, I'll say it again and again and again.
I'm the chicken you counted before I hatched. God damn it, Gary! That doesn't even make sense.
Stop making chicken puns.
Stop telling the same joke.
It's run its course.
I'm the one in the
goddammit.
chicken suit. I'll tell my goddamn jokes. It's 100 degrees in here.
This is what I do. None of you know what I'm going through right now in this thing.
My wife left me. This is all I got right now, okay?
This is all I've got.
My relationship, not excellent.
In fact, you could say it was foul.
God damn it.
Why did I come here?
Like he just make like method acting. He's just like, I am a chicken. It's like Gary,
Gary, you're not a chicken. Gary, stop it. Gary, stop.
Gary,
Use
your wife misses you.
Use your human voice, Gary.
He just goes over to craft services and has a plate of grain.
Gary, you can't eat that.
Fucking method actors.
What I did right there, though, was not method acting. I had that foul joke just locked in the
just
barrel.
ready.
You were just waiting
When
to
you
drop that
started
gem
this
on us.
episode, you were ready for it.
I got a chicken. I've got so many chicken jokes ready for today.
Locked and loaded. Writing them out. Oh, like waking up at 2 a.m. Wait! Oh,
Holy
pork
shit.
chop. Yeah, that's good.
Another chicken joke. That one's gonna kill. Shit. All right, so a couple other little
For you folks at
tidbits.
home, I really hope you enjoyed that as much as we did.
Hope you like that chicken bit as much as we all did because we're having the time of our lives.
We've been workshopping our chicken material for a while now. We've just been glad to have an opportunity to use it.
Oh God! All right, so a couple other little notes that are fun here. They did 6 weeks of training for this and
6
three
weeks?
Dress
and
rehearsals.
3 dress rehearsals.
Three
so
dress
they actually
rehearsals?
like practiced it.
Yeah.
I don't. Did
Hell
we do
yeah.
that many dress rehearsals for our show?
No, we haven't practiced anything that many times.
No.
They said that they were instructed to kill him with smiles and that we can't act like cops today. They said, cops don't usually like to smile at the bad guys, but we have to smile at them all day.
Again,
So
the most
sneaky.
80s line I've ever heard in my life.
We have to act like
We have to
aren't
kill them
cops today.
with smiles.
The whole operation cost $22,100.
What is that in today's?
Hang on.
It's,
Real quick, I'm just imagining the first dress rehearsal. It's like they gave everyone blanks.
Right.
And like they accidentally were killing people. See?
Now don't shoot all of them
Yeah.
right away, okay?
Which director did they get to help him out?
I was just
right,
I was picturing
right.
like Robin Williams from the Birdcage.
Right.
No, it
It's
had to
step,
be
clap,
like,
step.
it had to be somebody off of like who directed like 2 episodes of like Charles in Charge or something. Like, we got the guy who did Charles in Charge.
Can you believe we got the Charles in Charge guy?
Is that him right over there? That's fucking him right over there.
That's fucking him.
It only cost $8,000.
Turns out he really needs work. So 22 grand, and so that breaks down to $218 per arrest, about.
That's amazing.
And it's
actually.
usually almost $1,300 is the average cost for a full arrest of somebody in that like
And
category.
that's
at this time.
1985 money too.
Yeah. Counterpoint.
So
if
yeah,
we didn't arrest anybody.
it was a big success, and they saved a shit ton of money by doing it. And on the way out on the bus, one of the inmates asked, "Do we still get to go to the game?"
You have to ask.
And that's just sad.
Everybody in the bus.
Come on, you came all the way down here.
Like no one on the bus was like, "What a stupid question." They're like, "Yeah, actually, do we get to go to the game?"
But that's what I'm talking about. That's how it ends. Just some guy at the fucking end of the bus. Do we get to go to the game?
I will say though, my jackass would do that as a joke.
Right,
That nobody else in the
everybody around
bus
you is like,
would-
"Fuck this guy."
You know what? When we get to jail, I'm going to shank that guy.
It's like kill him first.
I already know the answer, but fuck it.
I think that cheerleader gave me a fake number.
That's just funny. Yo, wait, so that cheerleader didn't like me?
Right. He opens the window. Call me.
Call me, baby.
Please wait for me.
They can't keep me in jail forever, baby. I'll be out.
Oh my God. So that's so freaking good.
Wow.
So there were color-coded tags for their names and code words such as double winner if it was someone who was deemed to be especially dangerous.
Double winner.
So they'd be like, we got a double winner coming through on the next one.
And the guy's walking in. Yeah, I'm a double winner.
I'm a double winner. What can be? Strutting through, the cheerleader's going to bang me later.
They promised me a BJ after the game.
You think they're just walking? It's like good things do happen to bad people. Like, just thank God.
Now, the thing that gets me is you get 100 fugitives together and nobody started putting dots together.
That's actually what I was going to bring up.
Right.
Like, did they not intermingle?
Like,
They're not going to give out that many free tickets. 2, you're going to recognize at least one of those motherfuckers.
Right.
I think I found a job
Three.
with that guy.
Right. 3,
Exactly.
you walk up to the guy, hey, so what do you do for work? Oh, well, I'm
an accountant.
Waste management. Huh.
Oh, I also do
I am
waste
also-
management.
You guys, you too.
You do waste management too? Oh, that's crazy.
You do
Wait a second. Is this a waste management convention? Because I also do waste management.
Wait, you work for Joey too? Yeah, I also work for Joey.
Yeah,
Hold
Joey No
on.
Thumbs.
Wait, we all know Joey No Thumbs?
But he's a. Oh, boy.
Like, okay, I think like some of them probably piece it together and they're just like, well, I'm already here. I'm a, you know.
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna rub up on this
the way it
cheerleader and slam some shots.
They sold it. I mean, they did 3 dress rehearsals, Jamie. They sold it pretty fucking good.
Okay, so
we even saw some footage of it. I mean, it looked like the real deal. Dude.
Did you guys find out?
Backstage is just like a big drama
It's
club.
literally just like SWAT members like doing fucking like practicing their dancing and shit.
Yeah, they're like hyping each other up. Remember, man, no nerves. We're all loose, like doing like warm up exercises. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
Unique New York. Unique New York. Unique New York.
Okay,
Red leather, yellow leather.
did you guys find out how many of those invitations they sent out?
Like
3,000.
And
they
how
got
many?
101 people, I think.
Well,
So there's 100 of the dumbest,
Motherfuckers out there.
and like 2,900 who are just like, that's a fucking scam.
Yeah, like, I'm not
that-
going.
Dude,
You're
I'm
not
not.
getting me
Yeah, you're not
downtown.
getting me.
You're not getting me.
They're watching TV, like seeing like what you said. There's footage of this, so they make a documentary. Like
Yeah, they had them film it. They had news crews and
But
stuff
see-
like this standing by. They were ready to be like,
that's
"We got
real."
these guys.
So that's
these
also
fucking idiots. Look
Yeah,
how
they
we got
had it
them.
like in the papers and everything. They're like, and other people consulted them on it. Right?
I was just gonna say that's the number that kills this whole thing is that they're all like, man, this was the coolest shit we ever fucking did, and they sent out 3,000 invitations and only 100 showed up.
Yep.
I'd be like, what's the rule when you're having a party, right? I mean, you send out as many.
You sent out 3,000 wedding invitations, only 100 people show up.
Right,
You're not
yeah,
very
yeah.
popular.
but also like that just means they got the dumbest people off the streets,
It's
which I
true.
guess isn't nothing. But then you just have all the criminals that are smart enough to fucking pass that test that are just like, yeah, I'm still out here, man. Like,
That video did not do them any justice either. All of those motherfuckers look dumb as hell.
They all look like
They all
fucking criminals.
look
They're all
dumb.
like big
they
dudes
look
and,
like the
nice
types of
coats
guys
and shit, you know,
who
like-
on the run would answer a fucking
Yeah, they're all
letter
dressed
for
like
a
Tony
free,
Soprano.
like,
You
yeah.
know, and the types who will answer a letter and show up at the convention center. I mean, I don't know, dude. If you get a letter saying you got free Titans tickets, you think you'd go? I probably fucking
No,
would.
bro.
Not if I had a warrant out for my arrest.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, you should be a little more cautious about just going random places. That
I think you should
call
be
Yeah,
more
you're the
cautious
one
because
that-
you're the one who sounds like this
Well,
would get you.
I don't have a warrant, but you know, I might get kidnapped or something.
Hey,
but
you
at
guys
this
would not
point,
believe it. So you know how I
I'm
have
not
that bench warrant
If you're
out,
trying to
right?
kidnap me, I'm definitely not a kid. You want to kidnap an old bald guy? Come and get me. I don't love my life anyway.
These 2 Swedish supermodels.
I was just about to say, dude, this is like the setup for Hostel.
just like invited me to go get fucking day-long beachers at their place,
They're
man.
like, dude,
This is
dude,
awesome.
that chick is not a chick, dude. Do not go. Do not go.
I don't know what it is, but it's not that. So don't go.
Right.
I think she likes me, man.
So I went to the strip club in the middle of nowhere, and the strippers just were like, "You should come back to our place and bring all your cash." So I did.
So I did. She told me to come hang out with her and her roommates. Turns out they were all dudes and they had guns. So, a couple other fist operations while we're at it here. So they had one called Mr. Zip.
Mr. Zip. I forgot. What's it stand for?
Yeah, what does it stand for anything? Or they're just like Mr. Zip it is?
No, it's just I think it might come from like a zippity doodah, and I'll tell you why. An operative would dress as a mailman and just go knock on people's doors with and they would have like a box and a description of the fugitive. And if they answered the door, he would literally just yank them out of their house, and the SWAT team would come in and they would arrest them.
I mean, that's not the worst idea.
Up boom, you're busted, buddy. So that's a good one. And then there was one called Puno, Airlines, which they would send them a letter that said they want a trip to the Bahamas and to show up at the Miami airport, and then they'd come to the airport and they would arrest them at the ticket counter.
Jesus Christ,
that's an easy one. That's not even caring.
I mean, it's pretty ridiculous, but apparently it worked on a lot of people. Yeah. So, do we think this is okay? I don't know. Is it right? Is it wrong?
I think the main thing we should take away from this is that anyone in your life might be an undercover cop. So keep your fucking eyes and ears open, I guess. Yeah. Also, but don't shoot anybody, because we've had that a lot happen. Happen a lot lately. People just shooting people for no fucking reason, playing hide and seek and knocking on doors and shit, parking in the wrong spot. Let's fucking keep your eyes and ears open, but let's fucking take a chill pill.
Hang on, real quick.
Don't escalate.
Do they still have a fist operation, or is the government still doing any
don't? Of course they are, man.
I mean, are they doing fun mischievous things?
They've been fisting us for years, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, in all seriousness, I really do think that one of the reasons why we find this so funny is, unfortunately, it's gotten less whimsical, less fun.
Yeah, I'm saying are they still doing fun, whimsical ones?
I don't
that they can't tell us about, or is it just no, we just shoot people with no knock warrants?
Seems like that's probably what it's more like.
Yeah, I feel like they stopped with the Weekend at Bernie's ideas and have just straight up gone into gangland style executions.
I think it's a damn shame.
To all the police officers that maybe listen to this podcast, it's time to use your imagination.
Yeah. Or maybe bring out a whoopee cushion
when it comes to killing yourself.
You need to get better material, guys.
I want to say they should hire us, but then we'd also be cops.
I'm just saying, get a rubber chicken involved every now and then if you can. Just, come on, make it a little fun.
Bozo the cop.
I mean, seriously,
cop clown.
Let's not give him tips.
Right. Yeah, maybe don't listen to that.
It is a tough job, thow.
I agree.
Let's bring some levity in.
Hey there, Ringo! I have a warrant for your arrest.
I don't take any of that lightly. I appreciate all of our service members.
Of course.
But it is funny. I'll give you that right now.
Like if I was pulled over,
you just pull a rubber chicken on somebody.
Right.
Like
just
like
be
Hot
simple,
Shots
like a
Part 2.
big.
If you guys want to start being silly, hey, fucking go for it, man.
Yeah, that'd be a really nice change of pace.
It'd be pretty fucking tight.
Yeah.
Also, all you listeners out there, don't get silly with the cops. They don't like that.
They can get silly with us, but we can't get silly with them.
Right. We're also in an undisclosed location, so
not for much longer. You keep blowing up our fucking recording spot.
Actually, that's our next letter in the Joseph code. It's C.
Bleep that out.
I already dropped a couple in there. So.
I'm thinking of my address and thinking how many have you? Where's the C at? Fuck, there is one.
Okay, hang on.
2 C's. 2 C's.
Any more notes on?
That's most of it
That's
for
all I got, really.
for the flagship and the fist situations.
Okay, I think as a group we should put our minds together on how you would comically entrap the smartest people. They did this whimsical thing.
What have they done? That's the question. So just to go back to the fist, this was everything from murder to burglary to, a bunch of stuff in between, all felony stuff.
Yeah,
so what have they done and how smart are they?
Do you have a list of any of the people?
No.
What they did?
You can't really find. We tried. You can't really find a lot of them.
I have a list of the felons, the people that the felons that people had that day.
I do know a lot of them got out on bail later
Yeah.
too. Which is a nice little tidbit.
That's awesome. So they didn't
I'll
even
be
hold
back
on,
on the
so-
streets by dinner time.
I
boys.
want to go to the Redskins game. I don't care if you give me the ticket.
We've got
Now I'm fucking buying a ticket out of principle.
I was gonna say, we got 2 for murder, 5 for robbery. I don't know if you know. If
I told everybody I was going.
Hang on, James. Hang on.
I was just saying, they got 2 for wanton murder, 5 for robbery, 15 for assault, 6 for burglary, 1 for rape, just 1 rape, and 1 for arson, 4 for like escaping prison. 19.
Come on,
dude.
man. You can't charge me for that. If I escape prison, you got to give me props for that.
Hang on. How are you going to be smart enough to escape prison, but
Yeah.
dumb enough to fall? You know what? You deserve
You
me
got
back.
out of it.
No, that guy deserves me back in prison.
Shit. So that means this guy escaped prison. And like, what? How do you have that mindset of like, I escaped prison and I won free tickets to the Redskins? I'm the luckiest son of a bitch alive, man.
Got cocky with it.
Yeah, you got cocky. Yeah, you can't be getting cocky with it.
I'm
I'm on top of the world.
Nothing's going to
Dude,
stop me now.
I just escaped prison and I got Redskins tickets. Man.
I'm practicing my war dance.
Exactly. You got 19 for, I guess, not paying your bond. Or what does it say? I can't feed my own fucking handwriting.
What, skipping bond?
Yeah, 19 more of whatever the fuck they did. You had 18 for narcotics, 59 for probation and like probation.
It was literally just a bunch of people who didn't show up for their probation. Basically.
And then here's the one, 41 other.
Yeah,
That's
there
all
you
they-
go.
That's all they get.
The hell is up?
That's probably
the
some
fuck is
bullshit
that?
trumped up charge
I
like
think you've
resisting
all done
arrest or
some other in
something.
your day.
Right.
Yeah, I've done several others.
Several others.
Several
Dude,
others.
that's imagine you like the guy who like just didn't show up for probation. It's like, what'd you do? Didn't show up for probation. What'd you do? Rape somebody? Why are we in the same room?
We have to get arrested right next to you. This is not. We're not on the same level here.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna say this operation is offensive to our dumbest Americans. And goddamn it, we're tired of being talked down to.
And frankly, I don't like being tricked like this.
It makes me think that this podcast might be a little trick in itself. I would like to see everyone's hands.
Hey, which one of you has a badge on you? You tell me right now.
I smell bacon in this room, motherfuckers.
That was definitely something they mentioned. Like a lot of people would be getting carried off. They're like, y'all can't do
This
this.
is entrapment. This is entrapment.
Right.
So we looked into that. It's actually not.
It's not.
Because entrapment is when you try to trick someone into committing a crime, essentially.
But they're like, we already got
But
you
this is
because
like, you
done
already
did.
committed the crime. I'm
Yeah.
just getting you to where I can arrest your ass.
And a sting is where they already know that you did
Right.
a crime,
Did it,
and they're
right.
just waiting for you to show up.
Right.
Yeah.
They
Like,
just gotta
oh,
get you
hey,
there.
you're here. Right. What are you doing here?
It's essentially the same thing as getting served. You know what I mean? All you have to do
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
agree that that is your name and then accept the
Right. They're
document.
like, that's
Yeah,
right.
then they got
There
you.
go.
Yeah.
But if you don't take the documents, it doesn't count.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of why that's the iconic, like, mobster response. Who's asking?
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
much that.
It's just me.
yeah.
It's just me, Kyle. Who the fuck are you, Kyle?
I don't know no fucking Kyle.
Do you think anybody? Do you think anybody in the middle of this convention was like, "Ah, shit, it's 2:30. I gotta go, guys."
Right? Yeah. Like, how do they keep you there if you have to go out and have a cigarette or
Right,
something?
right,
Or
right.
if you
Yeah.
want to go, if you
No,
have an
no. You
emergency,
can smoke in that room.
Right? You're
Oh,
like, no,
perfect.
my daughter needs to be picked up from school. They just called me, and it's like,
I mean, we got you now.
Hold
you
on, we
still
got to
s-
show you this quick presentation real quick.
Could you still smoke everywhere in the 80s?
Yeah.
Probably.
In a lot
Yeah.
of places,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
probably not in the convention center, I would assume.
I would think in the convention.
think so.
center.
I think they just let it slide. Like we got to.
We're about to
keep them
bust
right.
these
Yeah.
guys. I'm not going to tell them to put out the cigarette.
Yeah, but what if you're what if you're polite and you want to go outside to smoke because you don't want to smoke inside?
They're the dumbest criminals.
The polite criminals. Yes.
Well, I'm a so polite smoker. I would usually step out to smoke unless we're at brew house, obviously.
Hang on. So what is 100
Miss those days.
over 3,000? It's like 1/30th. So they're the.
No, it's like 1 out of
Is it like 1/300th?
yeah, something like
They're
that.
the.
Don't trust me. I'm not good at math.
0.001%.
So they,
Maybe one
they
more
are
zero.
the.
I don't
they
know.
got-
they are in the 0.001 percentile of dumbest criminals of all time. So
No, it
like,
can't be that low. God damn it! Now you get me thinking.
God, I can't do math on the spot.
Can't do math on the spot like
What am I,
this.
some kind of rocket engineer?
What am I,
was
some
gonna
kind
say,
of
I-
rocket science?
I
Yeah,
refuse
who's
to do it.
asking?
So 1% of 3,000 is 100 or is 300, right?
That sounds
I don't know
right.
why you're looking at
300
me.
times 100.
Yeah,
Or it might be 30.
maybe.
It's 30.
Hold on.
1% of 3,000.
Must be 30. 30 times 100. That's 3,000, right?
Yeah.
Nailed it. So it's like less than 1% for sure. It's about a third of 1% of the people.
So they got 1/3% of the stupidest criminals.
No, it still sounds wrong. It sounds wrong. Oh, well, whatever. Let's not do this.
So I guess, Jamie, I think what you're getting at is trying to circle back around to a way to get more of them or to get the more intelligent
How do
ones.
you capture the smart
So what we're
ones?
going to do is if any of you have committed a crime lately,
Yeah,
we're gonna
email
meet
us.
you.
Email us at don't
Yeah,
email.
if you're one of the listeners and
trash
you're a
mail.
wanted criminal and you want to give us tips on how to capture you,
Hit us
please-
up with what you would fall for.
Yeah.
we just missed it, but we had a lot of Taylor Swift tickets to give away. And when she comes back, we've got plenty for you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think honestly, it would need to be a little less grandiose. But then you run the risk of people not being interested enough to actually show up.
Yeah, it's like a fine line of
You got to find the stakes.
got to get out of the house.
You could just win season tickets, but 10 of you are going to win a trip to the Super Bowl.
Right, but you have to show up to the pregame brunch before the football game. That you're
No,
going to.
you guys are all wrong. You got to catfish them. You got to find out what fucking gets their river juices
what
flowing or
makes
fucking
them
makes
sick.
them hard. Yeah, you got to fucking find out. You got to interview all their friends and relatives and be like, what gets so and so hard or what gets them wet, and then you got to find that out, right? And then you just catfish the shit out of them, man. You either like make a fake Tinder, you set up like you find someone like maybe like an aspiring actor or something. They're desperate for work, and then you just tell them like, hey, you can be wearing this little bulletproof thing underneath the whole time. Let's go over there, pop a little titty out. Just flirt with them, get them out of there, and then fucking there you go, you got them.
You think their friends and family are going to respond when you say what gets them wet? They're like, "Who the fuck are you, bro?"
It's for
Don't worry about it. I'm doing some research.
It's for a census.
It's for a census. You need to answer. Do you identify as white, Caucasian, Asian, Latino, or other?
Do you like being
Also,
called
what
daddy?
what gets them hard?
Actually, you might be onto something. Getting extremely hot women to do censuses to like the convicts. Be like, oh God,
Then you
it's
lure
so
'em in.
hot. I can't wait to just come inside your home. No one knows where I am. And then like he's like,
You're busted, buddy.
These aren't even tits; they're guns.
Guys, dumbass. I got you.
I think that'd be the easiest way. Just like, yeah. Are you so and so? You can call me that all you want. And it's like, boom, you're busted, baby.
You're busted.
Put your pants back on. Take the condom off and put the pants back on.
Since I'm going to jail,
Do I still get to have sex
why
with you?
can't you just touch it?
Oh, God.
Get a little handy action. Come on.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, how would we catch serial killers? Like, if we had to catch like top tier serial killers.
Invite him onto the podcast.
That's a
Is
genius idea.
genius. Wow. So we do this true crime podcast. You guys want to talk about what you're into?
That sounds really interesting.
So, Randy, who's your favorite serial killer? You guys haven't heard of. You guys haven't heard of my favorite serial killer yet.
Randy, Jeffrey Dahmer. Myself. What? Wait, what was the question?
He does this really cool thing where he takes their eyes. This really dark thing.
Yeah, no, it's
this
actually
really
bad.
evil
It's
thing.
bad. It's
It's
bad.
bad. I hate it.
It's bad.
Doesn't even get me worked up a little bit.
Nah, there's got to be a serial killer who's like, Jeffrey Dahmer, what a hack. Hack.
Here's what I would have done.
Yeah.
I've read all the serious authors. Bundy, Dahmer.
I know my classics.
Take a lot of it.
So I used to have this really cool job for Mike Pence where I dispose of the boys he was done with.
Yeesh.
So that was entry level stuff, but I've gone.
But then
on
I
from
worked
that.
my way up.
God. Should we talk about the others?
I clean up after Hollywood parties.
So I've had some experience. Let's just say that.
If you wanted to do that one, I think you know the most about it.
Well, we could just mention it. It's another interesting kind of sports crime case.
Yeah.
Oh, a
that we-
twofer.
We got a little 2-for-1 today if you guys are interested.
Drop it on us.
So this one, instead of a sporting event getting people arrested, this basically got this guy
Exonerated.
exonerated.
Oh,
That's the word I was
a
looking
redemption
for.
story.
A redemption story.
So we won't get quite as in depth on this, but the gist of it is Los Angeles. This guy gets accused of a murder, falsely accused, right? And his alibi is that the day that the murder happened, he was at the Dodgers game, and
Solid.
so he gets arrested. Like the you know a little bit more maybe about the initial details, but basically he gets arrested, falsely accused. They like show somebody a picture of 6 dudes like with him circled on it, and she's like, "Yeah, that was the guy who shot this girl." Like
The circle probably didn't help.
yeah, it was like
Well,
a weird,
it helped him.
weird
or
kind
helped
of
them.
weird kind of witness thing where it wasn't fair, and it was just like, yeah, that's the guy, and like he kind of looked like him. He had a mustache, and
Typical.
yeah, it was like
It
a
was-
typical thing.
yeah.
He was a Latin dude
It
with a
was like-
mustache, and it was like,
yeah.
yeah, that's the guy.
It was literally like they got it off of what are those drawings called? Like
Yeah, like a composite sketch
Yeah,
or whatever of
which-
like
which has been proven so many times to just be completely
like false science.
yeah
It doesn't work.
It doesn't
right?
work at all.
So he gets accused and he's in jail, and he gets this lawyer. Now, to be fair, he has a bit of a backstory. His brother was like kind of a criminal. He was like a driver on a couple like things, whatever. But
Not a
he didn't.
shooter.
But he didn't do this crime.
Right.
But so that they know that, and they're like, oh, you like, you know, they use that all against him. They're just trying to throw the book at this guy. So his brother, I guess, knows this like lawyer who was really good. And this guy is like, he can tell. I mean, the guy's like, dude, I didn't do this. Like, he's devastated. He's fucking being falsely accused for murder. He's like, I did not do this. Like, I have 2 daughters. I don't want to be here. I didn't do this. You know?
Right.
Do you know
It's
the
like,
guy's
really?
name by any chance?
It
Yeah, he's
was
got it in there. somewhere.
Todd Melnick was the lawyer.
No, the
The accused.
Oh, the accused. I'm sorry. Juan Catalan.
My name is Juan. I was at the Dodgers game.
He's like, I did not do this.
I
A
did
shout
not.
out to Catalan and what's the lawyer's name?
Todd Melnick.
Melnick.
Yeah.
Good job getting out of it, guys.
Yeah, he goes into this place. He goes, "I'm going to get you out of here." Like
Right.
he was like,
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he
That's who
was-
you want.
So this
For
is
sure.
where it gets wild. So he's like, it was like, what was the date? I was at the Dodgers game that night. He's like, I brought my daughter. Like, you can ask like my girl or whatever. She's like, I was at the Dodgers game. He's like, well, you just like you said, your word is not gonna like prove that you were at the Dodgers game. He's like,
They were like, "What's your
he's like,
alibi?" I was at the Dodgers game.
Right.
We don't care what your alibi
But
is.
it's
Actually,
like, actually,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. No, I'm just kidding. Like,
Shut
basically,
we know you did
like,
it anyway.
They were trying to like they were it was really
Railroading
shady
this
and just
guy.
railroading this guy, being like, we're gonna convict your ass, like you're going to jail forever.
right. So he asks the Dodger Stadium for all the film that they have for that game, right? And so like he's going through hours and hours and hours and hours of footage trying
Probably
to
a
find this guy.
shitload, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
For a whole day?
How
And
long?
it's-
How long is a baseball game? It's like
Probably 4 or 5
Way
hours.
too
at that
fucking
time.
long.
And
Yes.
it's in
Way
the
too
early
fucking
2000s,
long. Way
so
too
like the
Oh,
cameras aren't as
God.
good as they are today.
Right.
Like it's probably grainy, like shitty footage from the outfield and stuff, trying to see if he can pick this guy out in the crowd.
so the footage from the stadium, he gets nothing. Couldn't find the guy, or actually, I think he found him, but it was too blurry to like have it be
Right.
Admissible in court?
admissible, right?
So this is where it gets good. So he's like, I'm pretty sure somebody was filming something at the park that day. I saw cameras there. And he remembered, I was stopped from going to my seat because they were filming something. And so the lawyer goes back and he's like, can you look up the date and see if there was any production crew on site that day? And it turns out they were filming an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
no fucking
And so Larry David is at Dodger Stadium and they have a whole film crew filming him doing this scene where he took a prostitute to the Dodgers game so he could use the carpool lane.
That tracks.
Classic David.
That tracks.
It's a classic episode of Curb. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. But so he happened to be in the section that Larry David is filming. And he's waiting to go back to his seat. And like the PA or whatever is like, you got to wait. Like we're filming right now. And he's like, but you can't make him wait forever. And so at some point he's like, yeah, man, like just go ahead. And there's this one shot of him walking with his daughter right down the aisle in front of Larry David to get to his seat. And they used that to prove that he was innocent.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And they
The
got to
best
quit
part
it.
of that clip is that Larry David's running up the stairs, gets to the top, just spreads his arms out like, hey, and like as he's spreading his arms up, you
The
see
guy
him.
is,
He's
like,
just like
right
right
in front of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like right in front of him.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
Melnick, man.
Dude, crazy.
So yeah, he got acquitted of all of it, and they gave him a settlement. How much was it? They gave him.
Oh, it was like $3,200,000.
3,200,000. Sorry, it was like
32 million bajillion
I think it was
$320,000.
Hell yeah, Juan. Get down with your bad self,
Steve,
man.
I know I'm dumb, but let's not use
Can we
that.
let's edit that part out. 3,200,000.
Put
Nah, leave that all in.
Leave this part in too.
We'll put that on a T-shirt at
Put
least.
that in the fucking intro. 3,200,000.
I can't wait until we have 3,200,000 listeners.
320,000.
Good for a dude.
Yeah, but I feel for him. It
didn't come easy though. The
dude,
fucking
no, he
lawyer
was in
was
jail for like a week or two, like getting just the shit beaten out of him by like the prosecutor's like, you fucking did it.
Right. So they see the time slot on the film of Larry David, right?
Yeah.
And the prosecutor keeps bringing up all like, well, this says he left at like, what was it, like 9:40. 9:40. He could have
at like 10:30. He could have left and murdered something. He could have left and pulled the trigger.
They were
So
falling
then-
apart.
So then Melnick remembers that, cell phone pings, and he was like looking for towers, found a tower, got the information, had a cell phone ping at like 10:30, 10:45, proving himself that he could not have been there at the time of the murder.
Nice.
And then
Yeah, it was messed up. They like interviewed the daughter. They're like, and he was like, yeah, I bought her some baseball cards like on the way out. Like I was with her, I was there, and they interviewed her. They're like, did your daddy buy you anything? And she's like, yeah, baseball cards. And they're like, did you use a credit card? And he's like, no, I use cash. And they're like, well, that doesn't do anything for us. So like, did you have a cell phone on you? And that's how that kind of all came about.
Listen to this prosecutor and her nickname. So this woman was named Beth Sherman, who was nicknamed the Sniper because
God damn.
because up until this point she had never lost a murder trial and liked to pick people off with the death penalty.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
What is that lady like outside of work?
She's probably really fun at parties.
So what do you do? Execute people.
Yeah,
Just a
there
delight.
was a quick little interview of this woman, and she just looked like a murderer that's legally paid to murder.
She like still thought he did it.
Yeah.
Like she's like, I don't give a shit.
no.
He probably did it.
Yeah.
Like even after all of it.
Yeah,
Just bitter that she lost her first case.
Yeah, and
Fucking
just
bitch.
you could tell she's just like, whatever, I'm gonna win no matter what.
yeah.
The sniper.
Which woman, it's not a fucking competition. It's somebody's life. Like, at what point
it's
do you
called
like?
justice
What
here.
point does you as a prosecutor have to be like, you know what? Yeah, you didn't do this.
Yeah, even if it makes you look bad, like
Right.
ethically, wouldn't you think you'd be like, I don't think this guy did this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, she's the type of woman like on Tinder. She doesn't have a real name. She has the Sniper.
But yeah, the E's spelled with a 3.
And it just says, catch me if you can.
Like this isn't a Call of Duty handle. This is your name on a profile.
Yeah, this is your professional. Yeah.
And it has like no libtards like on
Oh,
her
yeah.
profile.
Oh my God.
Even on her LinkedIn, it's like it's still the Sniper.
Oh, it's still the
If you're
Sniper.
vaccinated, swipe I love chicks like that.
No, dude, that like as a single man, like you'll see stuff like that. Like if you're vaccinated, swipe left. Or if you voted for Joe Biden, don't like me or match with me or anything.
If you
problem
voted
is-
for Biden, go fuck yourself. I've seen that one before.
The problem is I
I'll
would
see
be like,
Let's Go
oh.
Brandon, and you're just like,
I would be like, oh, cool. Like, yeah, fuck Joe Biden. And then it would be like, oh, this bitch is the wrong type of fuck Joe Biden. Fuck.
No, but then you look at it and Jamie's like, this is pretty cute though. Swipe right.
I've definitely done that. I've told Joseph there's like I don't want to say where I work, but where I work, there is a very cute blonde cop. And it takes me all of my power to not try and talk to her. Like I even like thought about be like, hey Piggly Wiggly, how you doing today? How's my cutest little piglet going today? Like, you having a fun one?
I'm sure she would love that. Yeah, that'll totally work, and you should try it.
Yeah,
Let me
try it
know.
tomorrow.
Let us know next week how that goes.
Did I tell you guys that I'm
interested.
actually going on a vacation soon? I'm going to be flying out in a couple of days.
Free ticket?
What was the?
Can you make that happen for me? Can you just give me a free ticket? Yeah, Jamie works at the Greyhound station. It sucks.
But goddamn, the cops down there look good.
Goddamn. They got the hottest class traders of all time.
I'm walking through. Hey, darling, I haven't called my case manager in weeks. What you gonna do to me?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a bad boy.
It'd be a shame if you cuffed me and threw me against the wall over there.
I promise to resist.
Yeah, I drove here drunk. How you doing?
Hey, you want to talk? I just drove here hammered. My name is Joseph. Sir, I'm going to need you to step over here. Oh, now we're talking.
That's right. That pepper spray on that belt will look a lot better on the ground, baby.
Tell me where you want my hands.
Can I use that pepper spray on the eggs in the morning? Come on now.
So, yeah, that's a nice pepper spray belt. Look a lot better on my floor. Joseph. That's Joseph.
That's-
I'm going to say it louder because you guys missed it.
I appreciate that, man. That's right. Shut your boys up.
Okay, Joseph, would you still? I've asked you this, but I'm gonna ask on air.
Okay.
Would you still be my friend if I was dating a cop?
Oh, man, it'd be a lot harder.
Like I'm inviting her over. Like we're at.
Yeah, no, I was under the impression that it was going to be the type of girlfriend that comes out with us on our fun activities. Who loves that?
Yeah.
Can we hit our vape pen in front of her?
So am I going to have to like stop caring when I'm around her?
You're gonna have to Uber a lot more.
Wait, first of all,
there's no
if
drinking and driving.
this is real, how did you convince a cop to go out with you?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Hypothetically.
With my sweet, sweet charm and humor.
Nah, I'll go next
Nah,
one.
it doesn't
What's
check
the next?
That doesn't check
Tell the
out.
truth.
Tell
Come
the
on.
truth. Come on, what'd you do?
I'm narking somebody else out.
That makes more
I have a lot of friends with arrestable habits.
That makes more sense. It wasn't us, was it?
Yeah, she's not about to like walk in, right?
You're busted, buddy.
You're busted, and your boy's getting his dick wet.
She's like, thanks, babe. Sorry, guys.
We
Sorry,
kiss each
guys.
other. Like, okay, not in front of the guys. They're
Listen,
gonna
I
piece
can
together.
only do anal if she meets her monthly arrest quota.
All right, guys,
Help me out, aren't you, my friends?
All right, guys, don't forget we got a podcast on the 5th.
You'll be out by then. Don't worry about it.
James, do you still be my friend if I'm narking out my?
If you knocked out one of us, I would not be your friend anymore, probably.
Which one?
I mean,
We all know which one, Joseph.
You're right.
Hang on, what if it's someone we all know, but like they had it coming?
like Kanye.
We don't know Kanye.
No, I mean,
Corn dog.
you know what I'm talking.
Corn dog. We'll say corn dog for the sake of the
Corn dog?
Yeah, corn
If you
dog.
ratted out
Yeah.
corn dog, I would still be mad at you, but I'd be less mad at you.
Nah, I
On principle, I would be mad, but I do
Sorry,
hate
but that's what I think of off the top.
our most arrestable
And if you're listening,
acquaintance.
Kanye, you know how I feel.
Grant, would you still be my friend?
It's basically the same answer. I mean, it depends on who, but
What if it's
it'd be tough.
what if it's someone we both know that you like barely like? Because you're so nice and polite. Like,
But
I
if
don't-
you rat on one of us, you'll rat on any of us.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Once a
it's
rat, always a
Yeah,
rat.
it's a bad characteristic. Haven't you ever watched The Departed, you fucking nerd?
you fucking nerd.
If you ratted out one of our friends, I would.
Let's say it's not a friend; it's someone you know that.
Like in the bar scene or something. Just I totally told everybody that guy does coke and I got arrested.
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, dude, fuck yourself, Jamie. That's shitty. I don't know. I don't like it.
It'd be a shitty thing to do.
Yeah, it'd be a
You think
shitty
so?
thing
Yeah,
to do.
you're right.
Why, have you done it? Are you in the process of doing it right
I just
now?
want you to know when I'm being led away, I'm going to be screaming, "It'll be you guys next!"
I'll fucking get you.
You'll know I'm coming for you because you'll get a block of cheese in the mail.
That's right.
Oh shit! My cop girlfriend's gonna be like, "What is it, honey? You don't even know what's about to happen
Goes
to
out
us."
to the car. There's one on the windshield too.
It's Havarti. He's serious.
You don't know about the wrath that's about to come down.
Havarti. This is fucking Havarti. It means business.
Baby, we're the cops. We can kill anybody with impunity. Not these guys.
not the cheese crew.
They're everywhere.
You know what this means?
Cheese
It means he's pissed and he has money.
This is not cheap cheese.
This is some Argento shit. Okay, we're fucked.
This is a $200 block of cheese. You understand? This is a message.
This is from Publix. He ain't fucking around.
I'm gonna die. The podcast. What's gonna happen to the
What's going to
podcast?
happen to all of our listeners?
Do you think we'll be able to record in jail? So White Power Ted. What's it like being in a game?
So today we have 4 members of the MS-13 crew. This is Julio, Javier, Carlos, and of course, Death Skull.
So, Death School, what are your thoughts on any true crime?
Like,
Because
I'm gonna
you,
kill-
of course, have done none.
Yeah, because you're innocent, right? That's right, I'm innocent.
Shout out to my boy Sleepy.
Like, I'm going to kill these guys when this podcast is over.
All right, we're going to go for a long episode this week until I think of a way to get out of this.
I think that was a good stopping point. I think
Yeah,
that's good.
I think so.
On
Yeah,
Death
that felt
Skull,
good.
I really didn't like that last bit, but you know, I
loved
guess
it.
we'll live.
Should we do another chicken bit? Would that make you feel
All
more
right,
comfortable?
so yeah, let's talk about the chicken guy one more time.
Officer McCluckins.
The best man. Would you give him like the ACAB pass?
I think we give him an animated TV show that we write and we start
100%.
now.
I don't think so because it's way too it's cheap, but it's way too easy to be like all chickens are bastards.
Nice.
Listen,
Grant, I hate
I'm
you.
not saying all
Nice.
chickens are bastards, but all chickens are bastards.
And on that note, we're going to end today's episode.
Thanks for hanging with us.
Thank you for riding along for all of that.
Thanks for sitting down on Operation Fist.
Nice.
Classy.
God.
Our classiest episode.
A lot of
Classiest
good
episode.
talks about fisting and chickens today. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
for having me, guys. For real, this was a lot of fun.
Cheerleader cops.
James, thanks for being here.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
All right.
Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.
And the book of mysteries closes on our heroes. Until next time, my fellow wanderer, my kindred spirit in the graveyard, we had some laughs, some scares, and maybe even learned something along the way. Think of us for your next podcast listening pleasure. Think of us when you go to sleep and the house settles. And you close your eyes and feel something there.
There.
If you like
If you like what you hear, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at @trashville_USA. And if there's a true crime story you want us to cover, email us at don'temailtrashville@gmail.com.
Thanks, friends.
Get
.com.
fucked.